Imu, introduced in chapter 906 of One Piece, is one of the most mysterious and powerful figures in the series. Their introduction shook the foundation of what we thought we knew about the world of One Piece. Before Imu, we believed the Gorosei, the Five Elders, were the ultimate authority. Then, out of nowhere, we see these seemingly untouchable leaders kneeling before someone even higher, Imu. It's not just the fact that they exist, it's what their existence implies. Imu sits on the empty throne, a symbol of equality meant to represent that no single ruler controls the world. Clearly, that's a lie. They are the secret ruler of the world, pulling strings behind the scenes. The fact that even their existence is unknown to the public or most members of the world government adds to their terrifying mystique. Imu isn't just powerful in title, but also in ability. We've seen glimpses of their godlike power, their ability to erase entire kingdoms, and their knowledge of the Void Century. Every detail about them seems to feel like a carefully placed puzzle piece, and Oda's slow reveal keeps fans theorizing endlessly. So let's dive deeper into everything we know and suspect about this enigmatic figure. Imu's history is one of the most intriguing mysteries in One Piece. Many fans speculate that they are one of the original 20 kings who founded the world government over 800 years ago, during the Void Century. The Gorosei refer to Imu as a creator, a title that they also use for the kings who established their rule. If true, this means Imu has been alive for centuries, possibly through some kind of immortality. The Ope Ope no Mi's eternal youth surgery could explain this, as it's already been referenced as a way to grant everlasting life. Another possibility is that Imu isn't human at all. Their silhouette and mysterious abilities suggest they may be something more ancient or otherworldly. The Void Century itself is a key piece to the puzzle. We know it was a time when a great kingdom fell, crushed by the 20 kings who formed the world government. Imu's involvement in this event would explain their obsession with keeping the Void Century secrets buried. From the destruction of Ohara to the suppression of knowledge, everything points to Imu being at the center of a grand conspiracy that shaped the world for 800 years. One of the most mind-blowing moments in One Piece was when Imu obliterated the Lulusia kingdom in chapter 1060. This wasn't just a show of power, it was a statement. One moment the kingdom was thriving, and the next it was gone, completely erased from existence. The way it happened suggests Imu used one of the ancient weapons, likely Uranus. This aligns with the idea that the world government has control over at least one of these legendary tools of destruction. Uranus' power to wipe out entire islands is reminiscent of the ancient weapon Pluton, but its execution seems far more advanced. This act wasn't random either. Lulusia was targeted because Sabo, who had just uncovered the secrets about Imu and the Void Century, was hiding there. This wasn't just about silencing a threat, it was about maintaining absolute control. The ability to destroy kingdoms with ease is terrifying, but it also raises questions. How did Imu come to possess such power? Is it tied to the Void Century? And what does it mean for the future of the One Piece world? One thing's for sure, this single event showcased the sheer scope of Imu's dominance. Imu's connection to the Void Century isn't just about their possible immortality, or their role as one of the original 20 kings. It's also about their obsession with erasing any trace of that time period. The Void Century is a 100-year gap in history that the world government has worked timelessly to suppress. Ohara was destroyed for attempting to uncover its secrets, and countless lives have been lost in the pursuit of truth. Imu's actions make it clear that they'll go to any lengths to keep the truth buried. But why? The Void Century seems to hold the key to understanding the origins of the world government, the ancient kingdom, and the will of D. The D clan in particular seems to be a thorn in Imu's side. Members of this clan, like Luffy, Blackbeard, and even Law, are seen as threats to the established order. Their connection to Joy Boy and the ancient kingdom likely ties into why Imu views them as enemies. By erasing knowledge of the Void Century, Imu ensures that no one can challenge their rule or uncover the truth about what really happened 800 years ago. It's a battle between control and freedom, and Imu is at the center of it all. One of the most important aspects of Imu is their apparent connection to certain individuals and objects. In their first appearance, we see them holding Luffy's wanted poster, but they're also shown with pictures of Blackbeard, Shirahoshi, and Vivi. Each of these characters represents a significant threat, or key, to the balance of power. Luffy and Blackbeard are obvious targets because of their ties to the D clan, and their roles as major players in the story. Shirahoshi, as Poseidon, is one of the ancient weapons, making her a crucial figure in the grander scheme of things. But Vivi? That's where things get really interesting. Vivi is a descendant of the Nefertari family, one of the original 20 royal families. However, her family chose to stay in Alabasta rather than live in Mary Joie, making them an outlier. Imu's fixation on Vivi could be tied to her family's connection to the Void Century, or something more personal. Some fans theorize that Imu might actually be Nefertari Lily, Vivi's ancestor. If true, this would explain their obsession and possibly reveal a deeper connection between Imu, the D-Clan, and the Ancient Kingdom. Let's talk about Imu's appearance, or lack thereof. So far, we've only seen them in silhouette, which adds to their mystique. Their design is striking, with those piercing circular eyes that seem almost otherworldly. These eyes have sparked comparisons to Dracul Mihawk, leading to speculation about a possible connection. Could Mihawk be linked to Imu or the Celestial Dragons in some way? It's unclear, but the similarities are hard to ignore. Beyond their eyes, Imu's proportions are strange. In one scene, they appear much smaller than the empty throne they sit on, almost childlike, yet in another, they seem massive and shadowy, dwarfing the Gorosei. This has led to theories that Imu might not be human at all. Some believe they could be a yokai, like the Umibozu, a sea spirit from Japanese folklore. These creatures are known for their massive size and terrifying presence, which lines up with what we've seen of Imu so far. Their ability to transform into a shadowy figure supports this idea. Whatever their true form is, one thing is certain: Imu's appearance will be revealed at a critical moment, and it's going to blow our minds. Imu's power isn't just physical, it's also psychological. They control the world from the shadows, and their influence extends to every corner of the One Piece world. The Gorosei, who are seen as the ultimate authority by everyone else, answer to Imu without question. This dynamic shows just how deeply entrenched Imu's power is. They've created a system where their existence isn't even known, yet their will is absolute. This level of control is what makes them such a terrifying antagonist. Imu doesn't need to make public declarations or lead armies. Their power lies in their ability to manipulate events from behind the scenes. Even the destruction of Lulusia wasn't just about eliminating a threat, it was a demonstration of dominance. It sent a clear message: no one is safe, not even entire kingdoms. This psychological warfare is a key aspect of Imu's character. They don't just rule through fear, they erase hope. By suppressing knowledge of the Void Century and crushing dissent, Imu ensures that the world remains in a state of controlled ignorance. It's a stark contrast to Luffy's dream of freedom and adventure, making their eventual clash inevitable. At the heart of Imu's character is a battle of ideologies. On one side, you have Imu, representing control, suppression, and the erasure of history. On the other, you have Luffy and the D-Clan, representing freedom, individuality, and the pursuit of truth. This clash is what makes Imu such a compelling antagonist. They're not just powerful in the traditional sense, they're the embodiment of everything Luffy stands against. Imu's actions, from destroying Ohara to targeting the D-Clan, highlight their fear of change. They've created a world where knowledge is dangerous and questioning the status quo is a death sentence. But Luffy's journey is all about breaking those chains. His dream of becoming Pirate King isn't just about treasure, it's about being free to live as he chooses. Imu's rule is the ultimate obstacle to that dream. Their eventual confrontation will be about more than just power. It will be a battle for the soul of the One Piece world. Imu's secrets, their connection to the Void Century, and their true goals will all come to light. And when they do, it's going to change everything we thought we knew. This brings us to the end of this exploration of Imu's character. Every detail we've discussed, from their history and powers to their connection to the Void Century, and their role as the ultimate antagonist, paints a picture of a character unlike any other in One Piece. Imu is the embodiment of control and secrecy. Their existence changes the way we view the One Piece world, and their eventual showdown with Luffy is shaping up to be one of the most epic confrontations in anime history. Until then, we can only theorize and wait for the next piece of the puzzle to fall into place. One thing's for sure, Oda knows how to keep us hooked. Well, that's it for this video. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, you can check out this other cool video that's appearing on your screen. Click on it to see.